body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood. Thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed. Cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Net runners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
Alrighty, chat. I am finally live. How we all doing? We're live here from the Vape Shop, which finally, because I had a bunch of errands I had to run today, chat. So I thought we'd be done with them a lot earlier than I thought we would be. So enough. We didn't get done with everything that I thought we would be until about just a few moments ago. So that's why I had to sit and kind of linger. On doing the stream all day, so I do apologize for that, everybody. But now we got it going on the game and stuff like that, so.
Any questions? Seems to be a lot of abandoned stations around.
This one belonged to a corporation that ran a cement factory. They used it as their reloading point.
Didn't take the train engine when they left?
The engine's been here going on 40 years, since the Blackwall days.
For a time, everybody had to go back to the old ways. This engine ran on nuclear, like submarines do.
All the weirder they left it behind.
Corpse. They probably listed it in a spreadsheet as cost optimization.
It's old tech. Carol will have to hack it.
Then I'll somehow have to finagle authorization from the control tower to move it.
Tower looks inactive to me, too.
Yeah, we'll see to that. You and Pan Am just get the authorization code.
Okay, let's get to work.
Well, hello there. Have you come to make yourself useful?
Never seen old tech like this. Know your way around it. How'd you learn?
From books? Just wait till you see what's inside the signal tower. They use punch cards. Punch cards! Can you believe it?
What cards now?
An old data storage method. When the net collapsed, we were thrown back to the 20th century.
What's it even look like?
They're cardboard cards with holes punched in them, as code in columns. Each hole position, punched or not, represents a unit of data.
Honestly, prefer Pan Am to punch cards as a topic of conversation.
Let me guess. You don't really know why you're here, do you?
Pan Am asked me for help.
Mm-hmm. She came back to the fold, sweet.
Well, so the thing is, so it doesn't make sense is that, like right now, we are live with 0 drop frames, right? And I'm doing Wi-Fi. When I'm at home, I'll do the Wi-Fi because again, the MacBook, I had to get a special dongle in order to get an Ethernet cord to plug into it. So, with that being the case, you know, I've kind of been relegated to just using the Wi-Fi from it. And then if I don't want to do that, then what I have to do is, you know, turn around and stream from the laptop, but game on the MacBook, which is fine, you know, for the most part, but I just don't have a lot of games that, you know, play really well when it comes to, like, you know, something like this or like that, you know what I mean, when it comes to how the high quality of the game looks. That's why if I spent like the fucking $1,500 on a fucking the Mac Mini that I plan to get over the MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro, if I can get it, is gonna be like $4,000 though. That's like the thing, right? Because the $4,000 one is the 40 core GPU, right? But the fucking Mac Mini has a like 16 or 24. I can't remember which one it was. It was like $1,500. So, but it's like legitimately less. It's like 13 or 1,500. I can't remember exactly, but it's less than what the fucking MacBook would be. And on top of that, it gives me a stationary unit to have at the house. You know, kind of like my old desktop. So I would totally be down to, you know, to utilize something like that while, you know, I'm at home and stuff like, you know, and doing those things. And when I'm here, we just do just chatting streams, hang out, vibe out, do things like that. But it's one of those things where I can't even go live even through LAN at the house. Because even going live on LAN, I'm losing massive amounts of frames.
We talked Mitch and the rest over to her side. But still, she calls you. Interesting, isn't it?
What are you two doing?
I'm finding my inner peace before the storm, while Teddy is just being dead weight.
Any of this goes south, you know Pan Am will be the one to pay.
Do you see us hanging her out to dry? Do you see Saul letting us off the hook while Pan Am takes the fall for everything?
I'm starting to like this kid, Ted. She thinks she cares about Pan Am more than the girl's own family.
Didn't take her side last time she left the clan. Why?
Because last time, Pan Am was acting a damn fool.
Thinking she's learned something? She's smarter?
Yes,
That's a
she
way to put
left.
it.
Learned a few things, managed on her own. I knew when to come back.
People like that are worth a lot more than those who plant their asses in one spot and do as they're told.
I don't know on that. I got nothing on that. They ain't wrong.
Even if we pull it off, Saul will be pissed. I can see his face already.
Remember when we first met? Almost had a pound in your pants at the thought of falling foul of Saul.
I don't recall leaving Pan Am high and dry, though.
Now you're gonna stick it to him plain. Something change?
Uh-huh. I realize Pan Am is right.
How's it going over here?
Fantastic. We have everything hooked up.
Nothing works.
Works.
It works, though not reliably. V, could you scan it? Because I am not open to the prospect of taking it all apart again.
Capacitor's damaged. Third from the right.
Indeed. Hold on. Let me swap it out.
Time to try it again.
Hey, it works.
What do you know? What do you know?
Thanks, V.
Need a hand?
Of course. Hi, that was quick. The stairs it is, then. Mitch and Bob are already connected.
Got a little help from yours truly.
Thought they did.
I've always been fond of trains. And the stations where so many tracks converge.
Junctions.
Yes, those. When you see them from above, you feel
Free. Like you could set off on 1,000 journeys all at once.
perhaps more simply hopeful.
Both are good answers, in my opinion. Both are very good answers.
Okay, here we are. Carol! What are we looking for? Punch cards!
card's punched with a bunch of holes. Let me help look. Okay. Thank you.
Spoon. No mistaken, it is right there.
Well, well.
Okay, it must be here somewhere.
Hey, look thoroughly, please. Got something.
Good job. Carol! We have a card! What now? You have to put it in the reader!
Well, the card in the reader.
Well, I mean, where else are we with the card?
Here goes nothing.
It worked! Come look!
Little engine that could.
V, I wanted to speak with you.
You're happier out here. Can smell it a mile off.
Surely you joke. I'm about to put my family at risk, get a dressing down from Saul, and possibly be kicked out of the family. And you say I seem happy?
Yeah, because you're doing what you think's right for the Aldecaldos.
Yeah,
And
right.
that's hard. Even though you're shitting your pants.
Dear God. So you can see it too.
Because it's all for the family, right? Not that you want to kick Saul out, take his place as head of the clan.
Not another word from you. All right. And you, why are you doing this? I know that I asked you for help myself, but why did you agree?
Because it's important to you.
But is that all? Sorry, that sounded worse than I intended.
Any more questions?
No, I know everything I need to, I believe. Perhaps I should send Rogue flowers to thank her for introducing us.
Not really your style, don't think.
I would add a card. Thank you for giving me a true friend, you manipulative whore.
That's my girl.
All right, let's rejoin the others.
I like that. Thank you for giving me a true friend, you manipulative whore. Like, yeah, there we go. That sounds more like fucking Pan Am.
Convoy, got eyes and ears on it?
Yes, Carol checks their communication channels from time to time. Everything is proceeding as planned. For now.
You like Pan Am and V's friendship too, as well. In this game, check. It's such a wholesome friendship too. Come on, man. God, she walks so slow, chat.
We could still
Sit your
try.
ass down a minute, honey. And breathe.
Everything's under control. Convoy is already heading off.
You worried about Saul?
getting spooked. As if you're the first person ever to stand up to Saul. Save your breath. I don't need to be consoled. Was it someone I know?
New. Scorpion.
You came home from the war, head full of new ideas, and a host of new contacts.
He tried to get Saul to lead us in joining Snake Nation. It would make us stronger, he said.
I don't think he peeped a word of it to me. What did Saul do?
Don't put his dick in his fucking ass. What he just did.
Messing with the family. Hell, he didn't send him on any jobs for a year.
Gee, really
Yeah.
consoling. Thanks. You said yourself you didn't need any.
Yep, you did say that, Pan Am.
Saul was right about Snake Nation. You should remain independent. Otherwise, could end up
Like the backers. We'll manage just fine on our own. All we need is a few good jobs. To get people talking about the Aldecaldos again.
And that's why we're here today.
What conflicts?
Scorpion would be proud.
Ought to raise a glass to Scorpion.
Fuck off. Some flies.
Scorpion.
Like, yeah.
And to Jackie.
See me about the wholesomeness of that shit, chat?
Don't talk about the war much.
What's there to say? They just packed you into a Panzer down in Mexico and said full speed ahead, soldier.
And it was weeks talking either to yourself or the onboard AI, drinking iodide like water because your Geiger wouldn't shut up.
I'm sprouting a rash on my ass just thinking about sitting in that boiling hot coffin.
Uh-huh. But y'all can't wait to pack your asses into the basilisk, huh?
That's different.
Completely different.
Exactly.
You'll see once you're on board.
That's family. That puts it up in the The TV finally doing its thing. I'm like, oh hey, are you still watching this shit on YouTube for the vape store? It's like, ah yes. How we all doing though, guys? It's good to have everybody popping through here, especially on Rumble, YouTube, over on Kick. How we all doing, guys? It's good to see everybody. Again, I'm not sure why we can't stream from the house. Even if I'm doing it through the landline, it's been having issues, guys. I really do not understand it. So if anybody has any suggestions, any ideas, let me know. We've run diagnostics and legitimately, like, our download 700 or so, download for megabytes, and then you got fucking upload like at 33 to 40, right? So it's like, and I'm setting it only between 6K to 8K, so there's no reason for it to be dropping, even if it's like on landline, right? So when I'm doing it even through Wi-Fi, like right now we're on Wi-Fi, there's been 0 drop frames every single day we go from live from the Vape Shop. 0 drop frames every time. How is it that it can do that, but the house instantly drop? Mind you, sister's on the Wi-Fi, okay? My phone's on the Wi-Fi. The laptop is using the Wi-Fi. The fucking TV's on the Wi-Fi, but the laptop that you're seeing the game from right now for the capture card, this is on the LAN. This is literally through an Ethernet cord. So riddle me that, chat. How the fuck is it doing this shit? It just doesn't make sense. And here, we get a grand total of 100 download and 100 upload. So we could set it even higher if we wanted to here. Like technically, we could stream at 4K level if we really wanted to, chat. But I just don't understand how the hell, we're literally trying to go live. Like, we've been going live for how many months now? All of a sudden, it's just like, oh, we can't do that now. It's like, right. Because why? Yeah, it's getting fucking frustrating, to say the least. Like, very frustrating. Like, last night, I kept trying to go live without even hitting live on the Rumble side, like on the actual studio. And every time I clicked live or start stream on the laptop or the MacBook from the house, I was getting capped at 2K, 1K, 0, everything like that, right? And it was right after resetting the internet. Right after resetting the internet and restarting the MacBook. So, I mean, I don't even know what to do at this point. I really don't. I wish I knew what the fuck to do, because legitimately I am at a loss for words and how to fix the issue at the house. Because if I could just fix it, then we'd be fine. We could go live at the house every time we come home. We wouldn't have to do game streams like this from the shop, because literally this is the only time I get to really game at the time anymore. Just because literally we're working 6 days a week. You know, if it gets busier here soon, which we're hoping for, then it goes back to 7 days a week. So it's like I will legitimately not have a day off. So it's like I just want something to fucking work. Like, for fuck's sake, man.
Try and get some sleep.
Okay, it'll be quite some time before the convoy comes through.
Anything happens, wake me up. Unless you want a nap too.
I'll just lie here a while. Fireside, gazing at the stars.
That another area of your expertise? Got maps of the heavens in your library, too?
Of course. That's the Big Dipper. And you see the small flickering star to the right?
Yeah.
You do? Oh dear.
Oh.
Means there's a major leak. Good night, B.
How's it going with the rebuilding of the Discord there, Fox? Got my other
Okay, here they come.
Is everyone ready? Let's ride, V.
Yeah. Your bum legs going down? Huh? Your bum legs going down? Got the dollar strong up. Hope the dollar strong up. Get up. Come on. Was it a little wider, so probably still a little faster, probably. Now it's even colder, too. You sweet, sweet, silly girl. One second here, chat. 1 second. Yo, Andy! How we doing, Andy? It's good to see you over here on Kick. This dweeb just didn't realize I'm grabbing it for her. Oh, good gosh, my back. My back? Skill issue. Oh, skill issue, really? Oh, this little shit, man. Getting my owner hit a dent with, no one is... Yeah, don't be swirling it. Did you hit the glass? Oh. You're lucky. Jesus, child. Give me a fucking heart attack over here. My fucking heart just stopped. At least you don't think you hit the glass. What do you mean, what? Oh, shit. Go the other way. Why'd you stay up and do it, too, actually? My lord child. This chat, this kid. I tell you, man, she's been out of your life. So... No. The bodies. Let your big brother do it. No, bodies. Let your big brother do it. Got it. Let me help you. Yeah, that's what you get for making at us. Here, I'll show you. Well, we all doing, everybody? Andy, it's so good to see you, dog. It's so good to see you. How's life been treating you there, Andy? Oh, okay, I see what you mean there, Fox. I see what you mean. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, it's kind of how I feel with my Discord server a little bit there. It's like, I don't know why all of a sudden it went from being semi-active to all of a sudden it just kind of went dead, and it's just, it's been a little crazy. Good man, just grinding YouTube Shorts. It's been fun. Channel's growing slowly on YouTube and TikTok. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's what I love to hear. I ended up taking a stupid kind of like break. Not really meaningful to take the break. It just kind of happened because of some shit that happened in life. I'm trying to get some stuff taken care of real quick. Well, at the same time, I'm alive because I'm still here at the Vape Shop right now. But, so, like one of my big things right now is, the lady that I was with for such a long time, she became my ex yet again. And I'm gonna say probably for the last time, just because again did a lot of shit go weird this fucking last time with the fucking all the dumb shit that the argument went around. So I'm like fully locked in now. Upload schedule and daily uploads. It's exciting. Nice, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Again, that's what I love here. I love especially with having people like I'd say you're the first one right now that's actually got it locked in schedule. But I have seen like everybody recently talking about how they're starting to try to like get themselves into a schedule. Like myself, I'm trying to do the same thing. But it's like that's fucking group. One of the biggest, and I think like the biggest crucial thing that I think is not only just like, the hardest thing to do at times, because it's like it's not so much just setting the schedule, it's staying consistent with it, right? That's the biggest one, staying consistent. That's where you really gotta like keep key on and stuff like that, and see that you've been doing that shit like that, dude. Fucking hell yeah, I'm so glad to fucking hear that, dude. Because fucking like I know like with my ass, I was doing consistency for like a good couple weeks there. I'd say even for about a month, I was doing pretty good. And then I ended up fucking up towards, I'd say, midway through all this right now. Because, like I was saying, I had a moment with, with my ex now, kind of out of the picture and stuff like that. And I'm trying to still kind of get myself day to day back in order, mentally, physically, and just kind of get myself to a point where I feel good every day, right? And then I feel good doing content. Not to mention getting everything cleaned up and picked up and straightened up and everything like that. And a lot of that's just been kind of rough right now just because there's just a lot of shit going on, you know what I mean? So it's just like, once I feel I have everything locked in at the house, my goal then is to set my schedule at that point. That's my big point, a big push to go with that, right? Is because I think once I can set a good schedule down for upload, then I can start, working after I get like that, consistency down a little bit more, then start working on doing like, the extra stuff that I should be doing, like, shorts, TikToks, Instagram, do a little bit more with Twitter, things like that, to help kind of grow the channel even more outside of just doing regular uploaded content as well too. So 100%, yeah. That's that's kind of what I was trying to do first. Take care of the mental game first. You know what I mean? Get myself back to a good place too. Now that you're consistent, YouTube pushing your videos way more people. Pushing your videos way more to people. And it's funny because for a bit I was getting no views. Shorts in the way though. Long form isn't. I'll say it also depends on what kind of content you're making though, and like what style of content you're making. Because I've had better with my long form content than I have with my short form content, but it also depends on what, which ones of the short form content. When it comes to like the Dr. Squatch videos, if I do more short form content, that works better with those. When it comes to the some of like the more recent like reviews, like the drama coverage, the news coverage ones, the politics coverage ones, a lot of those I've seen get way more views if I do a longer form content. Plus, just a good little fun fact, just something that every YouTuber should do this, by the way, Spiffing Brit. Love the guy, dude. Always a good YouTuber out there that's always trying to find ways for YouTubers to earn more revenue or to just game the system in any way they physically possibly can. One of his biggest things, obviously, is vidIQ. Always use vidIQ. It's a great tool. It's an amazing fucking tool. But secondly, big thing right here is, have you noticed an increase in rise in the, 13-hour-long videos, like compilations from channels where, like, that's just a fucking compilation of, like, all their videos for a year or whatever the case is, right? Because, I mean, I'm sure you see it a lot, especially, like, I would say, like, more prevalent, like, on true crime channels, horror channels. A good example of this would be, like, Casper's site. Things kind of like that, right? So if you haven't noticed that, right, they got, like, 10-hour videos, 8-hour videos, 13-hour-long videos. The reason for that is that a lot of times people will put one of those on when they go to sleep. And then what happens is when they go to sleep and that video is playing, the entire time it has been earning that YouTuber ad revenue. And so they've been gaming the system for quite some time. Now, obviously, it's a little cheap. It is a little cheap. However, though, there's not a real way for YouTube to prevent that. You know what I mean? Which in itself, too, is a really good thing to see. Because, I mean, it's a great way to actually see YouTubers that bust their ass making content for, years and years and years. And they go, hey, maybe my ad revenue is just down a little bit more than normal. Boom. Push out some of that stuff. Yeah, that's 100% true. Yeah, when it comes to how it does with the thing, because that's kind of why I was getting at with the fact of like, when it comes to what kind of content, stuff like that. Because that's why I say that it depends on what kind of content you're doing as well. When it comes to like retention, because I feel like when it comes to drama videos, things like that, a lot of times most people put those on like on times 2. Things like that. Now, especially because like I see a lot of people, because I watch a lot of like Nux videos, which are from like a 7-8 hour stream condensed into like an hour, 2 hour long video. So that in itself is already a pretty lengthy video. Yes, I watched the whole thing. I know that I'm not the only person, but I know that I'm not like, that's not the average though. So what I try to do is I try to shoot for around like a 10 to 30 minutes is really the most I really try to keep a video at the most when it comes to long form content, just because that I have noticed that like it's obviously it's easier for me to keep the retention at 10-20 minutes. 30 minutes is a little bit harder, but I would also argue too, like I know when like almost like every video that I do, if I start it off a certain way, no matter what I'm doing, no matter how long the video is, even if it's a short or a fucking long form video, the retention is 5 seconds. And I don't think that's going to matter short form or long form content. 5 seconds is not very easy to keep people out longer than that. So, and I've noticed that a lot of times that comes from like how I started and like the energy level, and like usually which way I go with it, right? So, and I have noticed that like I've gotten better from like 5 seconds, thank God, right? Thank God it's gotten better than 5 seconds retention time. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad. It was bad. I don't know if I should have admitted that much. But it was 5 seconds. It wasn't great. About a minute and 25 seconds is about the average. Like on the average, like I'd say shorter like fall time on my runoff. Like after the video's been up long enough and stuff like that. Because usually, like when it first starts off, a good chunk of the viewership that like is gonna watch the like 100% of the video. They're obviously gonna be a smaller niche of my my actual viewership or my followers and stuff like that. So because I will say too, one of the things I will say, which I don't know how the fuck a lot of the smaller ones do better. I see this a lot more with smaller content creators than I do with the bigger ones. But like, you ever see with the bigger content creators, they'll be like 99% of my fucking viewership is from non-subscribers. So you're like, I mean, which is good because that means that those are people that are now new that are coming into your channel. But it also kind of says that your fucking viewers that once they sub to you just don't watch your shit. You know what I mean? Like I find either it's A, they're lying, or B, it just doesn't make sense that like if they're just only getting new viewership, but they must be pulling it at a certain time. Because when I look at my numbers, my viewership is 66.85 something. Viewership is from subscribers that are returning, and then the rest is non-subscribers. But the thing, the nice little thing with that though is all the subscribers, I would probably argue the ones that are sitting there for the 100%, because I'll get like a 100% retention for 1 to maybe 3 days, and then anything after that, it just starts going to like, I think right now the average that I'm sitting at right now, on the most current videos I've done recently, Andy, was like 3.47, so 3 minutes and 47 seconds. And especially in a 10-minute long video, I'm pretty happy with that even still. In a 30-minute long video, I have noticed it actually for me, it does go longer, and I get around like 10 to 11 minutes, which is fucking weird, right? It's fucking weird. Now my shorts, when they do actually like get views, they do fairly decent, retention-wise, still decent, but I'm not getting like the the subscriber or the like or the comment section part of that. I get the views, which then makes me just feel like I'm getting ratioed the fuck out of like the hell. So I'm just like, shit, that doesn't feel good. So I need to work on trying to get that actual like that desire to the viewer to want to sub, to want to hit that like button, all that stuff like that. That's always the hardest part, I think, for any YouTuber, really though. And hey, no, that's fucking awesome too, though, man. Because like right there, you're killing it. You're working the system. Just like again, that's like the whole thing. I think that, in my opinion, is the more important part of it. Appreciate you, Charles. Appreciate you. Is that like again building up that like that first off, like you said, too, that consistency, dog. But two, legitimately, man, like 300K views in 2 months, Andy. That is fucking phenomenal, dog, dude. Fucking mad proud of you, dude. Like fucking cheers, my guy. Fucking cheers. Not alcoholics, huckleberry soda, but you know what I mean. Like, dude, that's fucking amazing, dog. Like, fucking mad respect for that shit. And it's like, again, like, if the short form content is like killing it and working it for you, dude, definitely keep going with that shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And see, like, it's crazy because, like, my shorts, I'm not getting anything like that. Now, my long form content, I get that, dude. Like, I don't know what the fuck is the difference. And the short, like, the shorts, too. Now, okay, I will say this. A lot of my shorts are just not really the greatest. A lot of them are just, like, update shorts, or they're like, kind of like, oh, come check this out type short. Obviously, I haven't really done a whole lot of content there. But now, when I was doing stuff actually, like, on TikTok-wise, right, when I was actually making content directed for TikTok, bro, it just was not fucking getting, it got views, but no retention whatsoever. I'm combining cyberspace with content creator side together, and a short stream today of editing a video. Had a boring day today. I get you on that one, Fox, dude. Sorry, you had a boring day today, brother. Bro, I had over 2.1 million views this month, but most of it was because I posted a viral video that was a Gordon Ramsay barbecue clip that I edited. Hell yeah, dog. Fuck yeah. Bro, like, okay. So, here's the thing, right? I keep trying to tell my one buddy right now, and it honestly feels like so much fucking wasted breath. Like, if you could fucking tell Voodoo, which granted it would be wasting your breath, even with the fucking count that you got right there, I guarantee you this motherfucker wouldn't even listen to you. Okay, so I've been telling him, all right, he's been bitching about growing his content. He bitches about the fact that his laptop freezes, his streams freeze, this goes wrong, this fucking, all this shit. It's just excuse. Okay? So, I'm like, all right, dude, you have a dog, all right? Correct me if I'm wrong, all right? But you being someone who's up at this echelon now at this point, when you're having a viral video, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. If you have a pet, now mind you, again, I could be doing the same thing. I have cats, right? So I totally see this, right? But my whole point is I want to clean my house before I get to that point because, my house isn't like it's disgusting or anything like that. It's just, it's really fucking like cluttered and I want to open it up more for like, the, for the cats to have more fun and have more fun with the camera angles, things like that. Boom, thank you. Exactly. Dog and cat print views. So I tell him, bro, you have a dog. Okay? You be bitching about all this stuff. Like, instead of just going live, like, again, dog, we talk about this all the time. Instead of just going live, make YouTube content. Make fucking, like, regular, YouTube or Rumble videos and all that other shit like that, right? And post that shit. Make it separate from what you're doing from, like, your game stuff like that. Which, again, like, once you get to a point, like, you could fucking upload your game fucking streams. You have already a fair good base and a big enough following already that you could get away with that, and people are going to want to see it because they want to see just the highlights, and then you're smart enough to know, okay, I'm going to take a 7-8 hour stream or however long, whatever, highlight it up only, and that's what's going to be posted. So that way people see that, they go, oh, I want to go see Andy live. Boom, they go to see you live, right? But I tell them to go do the dog views. I'm like, dude, do the dog videos, right? Do some vlogs, like, yo, me and my dog going on a walk like this in New York, because he lives in New York. Fucking, you have so much room for content. The dude does not do shit. Instead, he bitches and bitches and bitches, and then he goes, yeah, I'm totally taking all your guys' advice. Really, bitch? Because if you did, you would be killing it. Like this. Like, I'm literally trying to tell him, dude. Like, I don't think he gets it in his head, like, fully, that, like, we do know people who, like yourself, that are doing well with content. Just because, like, I myself may not be blowing up doesn't mean that I don't know friends that are doing fucking well for themselves, when it comes to actually making the content they need to do, bringing in the views, bringing in the actual, like, chat, everything like that. Because at the end of the day, like, we've all got to, we all have our own certain set of skills, and again, like I said, I have a goal plan set, everything like that. I, just try to chunk it out as I go along. My only biggest issue I have right now is I just got a fucking, an issue with that at home. The fucking streams don't go live, right? Like, I can't get the connection whatsoever. But when I'm here at the vape shop, we're fucking Wi-Fi'ing it up, baby. Like, literally from the MacBook, Wi-Fi, no issue, no fucking drop frames whatsoever. Even at home, if I'm fucking literally on LAN, drop frames. I don't understand it. That's the only fucking other issue I have. Other than that, then I have no excuses, right? Other than I said, like, I'm trying to get my mental game back into that gold zone. Because, like, literally right now, I just been kind of fucked up in the head because of the whole bullshit of the breakup and everything like that. Kind of feeling down in the slumps and all that shit like that. So yeah, it took me a little bit of psychedelic use to kind of get myself back to Debbie's, fucking main, neutral zone, so I feel good and all that shit like that too. So, and I fucking love these bots. Fucking love these bots, man. Like, I swear to bejesus. Bro, and like, I legitimately, so that's why I keep telling, like, my boys, fucking Fox and my boy Jacob, to stop, more or less trying to help out our other buddy. And then he's like, oh, no, but he's doing this, and it's kind of, he's finally starting to, like, do certain little small things like that. And it's like, okay, but the grandiose picture, how much of it has he really taken into effect? None? To drop that shit, dude. It's like, I'm sorry to say, like, I don't mind being friends with the guy, but I'm not fucking helping him. I'm not wasting my breath anymore on that shit. Truth is, I just started doing YouTube again 3 months ago. 3 months ago, more serious than the last month I've been on it, and now the algorithm is rewarding me. It took months of constant uploads and also find my strengths and niche outside of gaming. I went to school for film and TV, so that's where my passion is, and also not that my vids incorporate. It's only going up. So yeah. And now all I can think of is my content. My brain is wired now, but in a good way. Exactly. No, that's dude, 100% Andy. That is what I've been trying to fucking tell this guy. And legitimately, like, if anybody could right now understand that what I have been trying to preach out to everybody, even if I may be a tiny little bit of a creator, it's because literally Andy's doing exactly what I've been fucking saying. He's been saying the fucking same thing. You know, we know fucking multiple other people like Cy, Nathan, others, all who've been saying the same fucking things. And look at it. You see the reward is right there, right? Now again, 100%. It is not going to be the same thing for every person, right? Because again, you can't just go and copy what Andy's doing, okay? This is the problem with our boy Voodoo. Voodoo thinks, oh, I'm just going to go copy what the boys are doing, or I'm going to go copy what this e-girl says she's doing, and I'm just going to, I'm going to make it big. You can't do that. It's like, again, like a key word of what Andy even said in there was that he had to carve out his own niche outside of gaming. And it's like, dude, like, and again, like, I went to fucking school to want to be a fucking director and everything like that as well. And like, one of my biggest things too was, being crushed, obviously, when I went to school, being told, oh, by the way, just drop out because, none of you guys, have more or less the nepotism fucking line to get into Hollywood and make it really of something, and that if we're just going to be in the indie film circuit, then the indie film circuit is, primarily this genre. And if you don't make it there, you're just going to not make it at all. And it was like, okay, cool. So, fuck me then. That's literally how I felt. Dropped out. And then, I pursued trying to do streaming and making stuff like this. And so, it's like, again, once I get into that groove to make an actual good, fun time video, when it comes to, like, the Dr. Squatch videos, the MacBook videos again, all the tech review videos, and then I have actual like content videos, right? I have actual plans to try to make little short form videos that are going to be kind of like my little like my novels made into actual videos, right? Plus, especially with the advances with AI, I can use the AI image generator to help build the background images for it, and then have that be put in place with the shit that I have from the actual story, and that way I can create a little short kind of graphic novel on YouTube and stuff like that, and then on top of that, I've been trying to get back into music creation too, so I can create my own beats, but then also create beats that other streamers can use, unlike Harris Heller, though, so that I don't fucking copyright anybody. I did massive research. Also, I do huge research on how I do my titles, hashtags, descriptions, and test things before to see what will do best. I don't change my content. I optimize it correctly. Every little thing matters, and knowing the nuances of how YouTube takes the info from your video and uses that info to decide who to push it to, but what you can plan for, the retention after that matters is how good the video is. It makes people stay. 100%. 100%, brother. 100%. And that, again, like, I constantly fucking say, you can go look at every fucking video that I have done. Every video I've done in the last few weeks. And the words that I have said constantly, almost more than the word fuck itself on my stream has been, go continue your education. And that does not just apply to Voodoo, by the way, chat. This applies to everybody. Now, yes, I mean it may be a little bit harsher sometimes to Voodoo because I think that sometimes, he lacks it a lot more when it comes to not knowing and understanding sarcasm, witticism and all that other stuff like that. But look, at the end of the day, when you are doing shit like this, when you're building content, you want to make this into a career, right? You got to treat this like a job, right? Looking at how Andy just said that's 100% how any person who works in retail that's good at their job in retail does their job, right? So if I'm going to sell you a vape, do you think I'm just going to go into a store and just be like, hey, guy, go grab this vape, buy it, it's great, you'll love it, get the fuck out of my store, right? No, at the end of the day, I'm going to be like, yo, you're going to want this Yovo? Yeah, it says 18,000 puff, but by the way, it has the same exact milliliters as the fucking Geek Bar Pulse X's, same as the Spaceman 20Ks, and they all have the same exact amount of milliliters of juice. The only big thing about this guy, though, one, is you can see your juice. So even if it says 0%, you know if you got juice still in the actual reservoir. Second thing on that big thing is the flavor. The flavor overall is going to be phenomenal. You're going to get way more of a richer flavor because that juice has actually been saturating that coil way more than just some of the other builds where it's just kind of in a different little pocket and then releases juice just a little bit at a time. This is literally letting it saturate that coil the entire time. So it's nice and juicy every hit. And you're making sure that that hit tastes like the first hit every single time. That's how you do something like that, right? That's adding in the idea of adding research to it, adding a little bit of the actual flair to it, all that type of stuff like that, right? So when you're doing a fucking YouTube video, you're like, okay, hey, so I want to do a YouTube video. Maybe I want to talk about, let's say you're going to talk about the benefits of mouse and keyboard versus controller in FPS shooter games, okay? You're not just going to go, mouse, keyboard better, flicking wrist. Sure, cool, yes, you can flick your wrist. But is that really the fucking all that there is? No! There's like a plethora of more. And especially too, like, and another big thing that, fucking Andy said in that thing was, not just about the whole, like, what he's doing the research on, but it's the whole nuances. And I think that's another reason why most people need to educate themselves and continue to educate themselves, and especially when it comes to researching on video work, is that nuance is dead to most people. Most people, nuance just goes right over their fucking head. I mean, let's be honest. Most people don't even understand the actual subtleties of nuance. Okay? Like, one of the biggest nuances in life that I will always talk about is just the subtle nuance of adding one egg to the back of the box of Betty Crocker, and how that sold billions of units when Betty Crocker literally was not able to sell cake mix to regular everyday housewives because to their mind it was cheating in making cake. Before I uploaded with passion, but I didn't know the system. Now I know how YouTube thinks. Quality of the vid can be good, but if it's not optimized right, it will hurt the success of that video. You have to play the game of the YouTube machine. Exactly, 100%. And this is why I even tell people, like, look, if you want a little bit of an easy mode, right? A little bit of an easy mode to understand an algorithm a little bit more, right? And then kind of dip your toes into it, and then once you kind of figure that out, you can apply that to YouTube and it'll grow even exponentially even more. And I've seen that happen by doing it myself. Is literally use Rumble, dude. Okay, here's one of the things. With YouTube, the fucking viewer base and everything like that, the content, all that shit, huge. There's an astronomical amount of people on YouTube. Rumble, yes, there's still a shitload of people on Rumble, but that number is still smaller, greatly smaller than YouTube. Now, that's not a bad thing. That's actually a really good thing because that allows for especially somebody like myself who needs to try to find ways to refine his content. And especially with my content, I feel like at times being super, not only just more even niche content, but is content that really requires, like Andy says, if it's not optimized 100%, it's not going to do well. Because I've seen, even when I've optimized my video just right, did the Dr. Dabber video just right, did the tags, all that stuff just right, 2,000 plus views. Okay? That was one of the best videos I've done yet on it. And that was a 33-minute video. Okay? Shitloads of comments, shitloads of fucking likes, all that stuff like that. Now, again, to this day, I have never been able to fully 100% replicate what I did there. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that now when I start to look back at that video, a lot of it has to do with just how I actually titled the video, optimized it with the correct actual tags. They also the right hashtags, just like Andy said. How I carried myself in the video as well. How I opened it, how I had the filler, and how I had the closing, right? And that video, lo and behold, was scripted. That was a video where I scripted it a little bit. And not really fully scripted, just had some good kind of like bullet points that was like, hey, if I get off track, bring it back to here. Okay? That's what I did. And a lot of times that works better for me than actually scripting a video, because I feel like if I script a video, I feel it's too robotic a little bit, right? That it just doesn't feel as human as I really want it to feel like, where it has little errors, not a lot of pauses or anything like that, but it just actually has breaks. It doesn't just feel like I've never taken a breath and I'm just doing a super long, long out drawn sentence, or just a bunch of word soups, where it really gets hard to, distinguish when did a paragraph start and when did it end. And that's something I want to make sure that I always try to convey the best that I can. And this is also why I usually talk with my hands, right? I'm a very expressive person. So, for example, if you change your title or your thumbnail, anything in the description after the video is public, it completely ruins the video's chances of success, because it now files the video as a new video and will now have to take the completely new info and stats from the coming views. And that's just one thing. There's hundreds of more tidbits to know. Exactly. And again, when learning these things down too, I would also urge people to take notes, right? Like right now, seeing that right now in the chat, write that shit down. Take a picture of it. Do whatever you gotta do. Keep that information at all time. Because, again, the point about educating oneself is going back and looking at your notes and be like, okay, how do I fix this? How do I overcome this? How do I game the system? Okay? Again, I always say, don't hate the play, hate the game, son. Well, guess what? The only way you're going to win is by gaming the system. I was on TikTok. I have 1.5 million views in 60 days, so I think I can say I'm cracking the system. No, again, yeah. By the way, brother, do not think that you are bragging by any means. 100%, you have 100% every right now to talk about what you're expressing right now, because again, you have the stats to back it up, and that's why I've been trying to express like voodoo and stuff like that, right? It's like, look, man, maybe I've even said this to other people too. Like maybe you guys all needed to come from somebody who is hitting those numbers, okay? That literally is just echoing the same fucking things I've been saying to people, for fucking I don't know how many years now. About how they can do better and make content better, how they can grow their channels. Because I constantly hear people constantly bitch, bro, my channel is just not growing. Oh man, bro, I wish I had, more chatters. I wish I had more viewers, or I wish I had more this. Like, I'll be honest right now, right? I do not, a lot of times, tweet out or, post that I'm going live at all anymore, really. And a lot of that's just because a lot of times when I go live, it's just one of those spur of the moments. Like I said, once I start getting my schedule down, yeah, there's going to be, 30, 40 minutes before video goes out, I'm going to make sure that I'm posting everywhere that I can, making sure I'm hyping everybody up, making sure that I'm hyping the fucking stream itself up, hyping that specific video up too, right? Just like with streams, right? Hype them up just like it would be a regular video that you're about to upload. Like, guys, we're about to play this game. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have a great time. I'm going to be playing with, I'm going to be playing with Andy today. We got Sarah Fox, we got Jayco, and everybody else joining in today. We're going to be playing some Helldivers too. We're dropping in. We're going to be having a blast. Things like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's how you do it too. Bro, no, see, like that's fucking stupid, dude. Like, I don't mean to call your friend stupid, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm saying that now. Okay, this is one of my problems, right? I already know this. I'm fucking harsh, all right? I'm just mean, and I say shit like that, right? Like, and I don't mean to call people's friends stupid. I really don't. I don't mean to be an asshole. But what the fuck? If your friend is pushing out numbers like that, I'm sorry, but that's the fucking one person you clearly should be fucking listening to. And if you have a friend, you fucking have a friend who is doing that, that is huge, because you now have an inside look into how that works. How does it, happen? How does it build? What do you do to maintain it? How do you keep it going? All these things. You don't just go, yeah, that's cool, dude. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, dude? Like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. Like, that just, it fucking annoys me, dude. Like, because, like, again, it's like, but they don't deserve the right to bitch. And then if you say that to them, like, how dare you say I don't have the right to bitch? Because you don't. Because you're not fucking doing the things that somebody would actually fucking have the actual ability to show that, hey, I did this, X, Y, Z, and now I have fucking XYZ stats to prove it, bitch. So maybe you should listen to me. And it's like, nah, man, I ain't gonna listen to you, dog. Like, dude, I don't understand it. I don't understand this shit. Like, if I was fucking hitting those numbers, right, and like, you know, I had something like not fucking like hit, you know, like totally listen to what I was saying. Dude, I'd still be having just as much of a fucking, you know, an apoplectic moment like I am right now, because this is just fucking maddening, dude. My brain is like, what the fuck? How do you not take the advice of somebody who is literally hitting million views, millions, not thousands, not hundreds, million, and like, dude, people are fucking stupid. It kills me, dude. And yeah, Doodoo bitching on everything lately. Yeah, he does. He bitches on everything. He complains about how this doesn't work, how that's not working, stream's freezing, you know, fucking the chat's not chatting, fucking, you know, all he bitches about fucking all the tabbers on fucking Kick. He bitches about the fucking lurkers. He bitches fucking, like, dude, having in your title tabbing me up, it fucking helps. No, it doesn't. Like, literally, this right here, having a chat where we're having a fucking fire-ass conversation, even if I'm supposed to be playing a fucking video game, we're having a conversation, and my opinion is better than the game right now, and that's me saying something, because I fucking love Cyberpunk, but this is a much better conversation than the game, okay? Like, dude. Yeah, they call them secrets, but they're not secrets if you learn. One way I learned, I watched many videos of what not to do on YouTube. Like, I probably watched 20 videos from the best creators about what to know to get YouTube on your side. Yeah, no, dude, like, honestly, that's why I always tell people, like, research videos like that. Like, why? Like, okay. Yeah, I get it. Again, it's a whole, like, oh, well, motherfucker, you don't take your own advice, or, like, I'm not showing that I'm taking my own advice, so I'm not, you know, blowing up and da-da-da-da. Okay, but this is literally somebody, chat, that I have talked to for a good while now. We've known each other for maybe a year or two. I think it's been a little bit, you know, I can't remember how long it's been, because my brain is fucked at this point. All right, I'm not even gonna lie, it is fucking mush at this point. But I've known Andy for a good while now, since, like, I came to Kick and everything like that. And legitimately, verbatim, Andy and I have had this conversation, I cannot tell you guys how many times, and it's always been, you know, this is how, you know, people can grow their channel, this is what they can do, da-da-da-da. This is here, you see, Andy, like he said, he took it seriously, he took the chance, he did the research, did everything he needed to do, and here's the results, okay? So if you guys aren't going to listen to my fucking tiny ass, go listen to Andy at least, and then be like, oh yeah, Debbie was right. Again, remember that I was technically right by telling you the same fucking things Andy's saying, but here's the difference. Andy's got the results to show you guys that it works. You just gotta find your niche, right? Why do you guys think I keep changing content? Really, like Andy said, he didn't change his content, he just optimized it. I change my content because I know a lot of times it's not so much even that the optimization at times, it's that I end up fucking jumping onto something when it is already past its prime, and you really, really gotta shine in order to get into that field, or you're just never gonna get noticed, right? So that's a big reason why I change my content. Now, again, a big point where I know this isn't me like fucking like, you know, just dick riding or anything like that, dude, but this is me literally being just a friend. But if you go watch Andy's stream, I guarantee you guys, one of the things that any person I know that has ever watched his content will always say is, he is one charismatic motherfucker, okay? Andy is like, he's got other skills, do not get me wrong. But this motherfucker is charismatic as hell, okay? Dude could sell a rusty cock ring to a bull dyke and a fucking pair of leather gloves, alright? Just saying. So, legitimately, the dude has got fucking skills when it comes to being charismatic. So, people forget YouTube is more of a computer than actual people looking at your thumbnail and title, which is true, yeah. It's scanning every word, taking it in basically an AI machine. There's too many uploads a second for them to all be pre-scanned by a human. Oh, 1,000%, dude, 1,000%. So what you the description matters. So what you put in the description. That's right. Yeah, what you put in the description matters. The hashtags matter. The thumbnail matters. The variety in your content and also your niche has to collide in a creative way. And sometimes it's what's relevant and being searched for. It's everything and everything that matters. Things you would never expect. Yeah, no, 100%. This is why I always tell people to use vidIQ, because vidIQ can actually help you actually ascertain that information that you're actually looking for. The truth is, if you want to be good at something, so research it. Listen to people who are actually doing it successfully. Exactly. Always know that there is more to learn till the day you die. Fucking true fucking enough words, dog. Amen to that. Like, nobody will ever know everything. And I would argue, especially in this type of field, you can never truly become 100% like a master in that sense of like you know everything. You know what I mean? Because there's always gonna be something new. Something always gonna come out and change the game in some way. You know, and, okay, I know it's fucking so stuffy, chat. I'm holding this in the entire time to blow my nose, but I gotta do it. I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh, I can kind of breathe a little bit better now. Holy shit. But like legitimately, the whole researching, you know, again, I could not say it better myself, bro. And I'm so glad you're fucking in here, and I'm so glad you were fucking literally saying those exact things. Like, I wish I could take every single fucking message that you have sent just now and Kick, send it to Voodoo and be like, I am not the only fucking person who is saying this shit. Okay? Here is living proof that what I have been saying has actual fucking validity to it. Also, the schedule matters. Yes. People knowing when your content will be, they can plan for it and expect it, then it becomes part of their daily routine. And that's the essence of growth and retention. Once they trust the content quality, they will be back and read to hit the like. Exactly, yeah. Well, and that's a big thing too. Again, like, you know, you think about a TV show. Does a TV show just go on whenever the fuck it goes on? No. It has a set schedule that it's always going to be on every day. Just like you have a set schedule to be at work, right? That's the whole same concept. You know, and again, what Andy is saying is 100% true, chat. Like, again, like I don't know how else I can explain that to be. Like, again, that has always been the one way I've always tried to explain. It's like, if you're going to go watch a TV show, right? You like, okay, maybe I think of it, this might sound a little bit, you know, it may show my age here, but like you go to buy a TV guide back in the day, right? When you flip to that TV guide and you're like, oh, hey guys, look, fucking Reservoir Dogs is going to be on A&E tomorrow evening at like around 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Cool. So you sat down. You got ready at around 5:30, 5:45. You got the popcorn ready. You got the guys ready, everything like that. You sat there. You got the six-pack. Boom. You cracked it open. Movie started at 6, and you were good to go. Now, what happened when you went to say, you looked at the TV guide and it said, hey, you're going to go watch Reservoir Dogs at 6 o'clock. You go to turn it on. And instead of Reservoir Dogs, it's fucking Happy Scrappy Euro Pup. And you're like, what the fuck? I didn't fucking want to watch this shit. That's the fucking same thing that happens when you say, hey guys, I'm going to go live at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And you don't do it. I'm the same, I'm guilty as fuck of this. 100%. Okay? I myself have done, hey guys, I'm going to go live tomorrow at 3 o'clock or whatever time, you know, tomorrow Pacific time, da-da-da-da. Boom, I don't go live. People have already been waiting that long, and they go, you know what? I'm tired of waiting. I'm going to go fucking watch somebody else now. Somebody who is going to be consistent. Somebody who is going to be on top of that shit. And I can't be upset about that. You know what I mean? So if I had the balls to fucking be upset about that, I fucking sure as shit better than make sure that I stay consistent then with my schedule. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not going to sit here and bitch about it because I know that I'm fucking up. I know that I need to fix that set schedule. And again, that's in my set goal. I just got to, you know, work my ass to get that mental health there a little bit better so that I can finally fine tune that actual schedule and be like, all right, guys, this is when we will be live. You know, Monday, you know, we'll say, this is an example, by the way, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know, so something like that. But that is the key factor, is keeping a schedule, okay? You know, that's not just coming from me. Again, Andy just fucking said that. Again, a person who is getting millions of views, chat, this isn't coming from me, this is coming from somebody, I mean, it's coming from me, but also coming from somebody who's also getting millions of views. So if you don't want to listen to me, then just take into the consideration that somebody who is getting millions of views is taking that exact advice that has been said and applied it and has made it work like his bitch. Okay? That is all I'm telling you all to do, right? That's what we all have to do, right? And if Andy gives somebody like advice, if he gives me advice or anybody else like you advice, please take that in consideration, because that is literally coming from somebody who's gaming the system and is giving you a little bit of an insight to that system. Okay? Yeah, you know, that's a good way to put that too. Yeah, people don't need notice when they know when you're always going to be uploading. At the moment, I'm only uploading 2 shorts a day, one at 1 p.m. and another in the evening. The trick to not feel spammy is both videos are different type of videos. Valid point. Again, like I always say. So you reach a certain audience. Then at night, I upload something with a different tone and topic, usually something more serious or dark. So early is light-hearted, the fun video. At night is deep dive or something with a nighttime vibe. Exactly, dude, 100%. Again, differentiating the content from what he does when he's streaming. Lo and behold, somebody's fucking doing exactly what I say. Like, oh my gosh, dude, I wish more people would do this. Like, if if more fucking people would actually listen to what you're doing right now, how many fucking other content creators would actually be at that level right fucking now? How many other ones? Like, oh. You know, and again, even myself, even my fucking self, chat, I'm not sitting here trying to put myself on some fucking pedestal like, oh, no, like, it's different. No. I'm guilty too. Like I said, I'm guilty too. But literally, how many other content creators right now would be blowing up if they just took, like, this man's advice, like I've been saying for fucking over 5 years now, okay? Legitimately, these same things I have been saying for fucking 5 fucking years. And literally, at least Andy is saying the same fucking things, but has the result, the stats and numbers to be like, hey, let me show you guys. Like, again, if you don't want to listen to me, go listen to Andy at that regard, okay? Because at the end of the day, motherfucker has literally got the numbers to point out 1 million fucking views, you know, just in the whole 60 days alone, okay? If you're going to try to grow and you want to do this as a career, you got to learn to differentiate your content. Your streams, you can have uploads of them, fine, up on YouTube, Rumble, wherever, right? Highlights only, but don't make that the base fucking. If all you ever do is highlights of your game that you played from your stream, and you stream, then why am I gonna ever watch you stream? I can just go watch your highlight reel, right? And if I just watch your highlight reel, well, you better be fucking good. Because if I fucking watch your highlight reel and I see somebody who's 1,000 times better than you, guess who's getting not watched anymore? That's the fucking point, chat. Like, that's the thing we're getting at here. You have to differentiate your content, but also yourself. You gotta stand out in the sea of everybody else that's all doing the same fucking thing, man. And the moment the algorithm has me, at the moment, the algorithm has me, so when that happens, you need to take advantage of it and be consistent, innovative, and try to be creative. Exactly, 100%. Like, again, I always say that when you get that moment, if you do not seize that moment, you do not carpe diem in that moment, you will lose it, okay? You might get another chance. It's fucking a slim to none, but you might get another chance. But when you get the fucking one and main only chance you get, you better fucking take it. Like, you better carpe motherfucking diem on that shit. And you better rise to the occasion, because that is going to possibly be the one and only chance you get. And you don't want to fuck it so hard that you literally turn around and just go, what happened, guys? Like, so many fucking people right now on Kick that have lost how many viewers? Because of, like, drama, because of gambling or because of what the fuck ever, right? All of a sudden, now they're like, where is everybody? I don't understand where everybody's at. I tab 50 channels up all at once. I'm constantly spamming emotes in their channels. Where is everyone? Well, gee willikers, Batman, I don't think that that's really considered a fucking community, apparently. Dude, and you know what I like too is that you also have that, like in that moment you also have a green moment too, right? So he has a stat showing right now. Okay, I'm not gonna like just show it on the stream and stuff like that because I don't know if he wants that fully showed. But I'm looking at it, I can see a proof right now in itself, right? Homie's got literally, it says even 2.2 more than the usual 720 to 6.0k views. That right there in itself, chat, should be your proof in itself that the man is speaking the fucking truth. Okay? Key metrics right here. Big one. Profile views, 12k. Alright? Post views, 1.2 million. Likes, 60k. 60k. Alright? Comments, 2,940 he has. Shares, the G has 5,346 shares. So again, if I am fucking telling you, okay guys, that if you differentiate your content, you put the time into researching this shit, script the videos, make the videos optimized, make sure you do the hashtags, do all this shit that you want to say, oh, it's boring, man, I don't want to do it, then get the fuck out of the game. Because guess what? There's fucking plenty of other fucking fish in the sea right now that definitely want that fucking spot more than your ass does. And they're gladly gonna do the same shit that your ass doesn't want to do. That you're fucking sitting there being like, but if I don't really want to, man. Like, I don't have to actually do shit, bro. Yeah, it's called, this isn't a fun, just lay back and do nothing type of job, okay? In order to do shit in this type of job, you gotta do work. Sorry to say, but let me also do this here so I can actually get this. There we go. So where the fuck is my brightness? Okay. This way you guys can actually see it on the stream. Oh, you little bastard. It went in auto brightness itself. You guys see those numbers? Okay? You see those fucking numbers, chat? That's what I mean. And like you said, it took months of work, Yeah, it took a lot more work and research than I ever expected. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. I agree with that. And it's going to, right? That's the whole thing. Is it's going to take a ton of research. It's going to take a lot of work. Again, anything worth doing in life is going to take hard work and effort to do it. And again, fucking chat, it's proof in the pudding. If you just put in the effort, you will see that if you build it, they will come. Okay? Simple as that. Simple as that. Like, legitimately, the fact that Andy has millions of views, okay? One, not only as like a friend, am I fucking super fucking proud of the guy, but two, I'm also super fucking proud of him for literally just putting into practice everything that we all constantly fucking say, man, and seeing it have the actual reward. And even once you do the research, it takes consistency to test it out and tweak things through time. Exactly. It's like, think about a comedian, right? A comedian just doesn't make one joke and that's it, and that's how they become fucking famous, right? A comedian's gonna refine a joke, a story, or whatever the case is over time, and it's gonna become funny. It might get bad for a while. Maybe they'd even destroy it for a little bit. Maybe they gotta recreate a new joke, whatever the case is. But they always are refining and working and just tweaking things, making things different and better. Because again, as you grow and build and actually learn new tricks and new skills, you have to adapt and put those into your rotation, put those into your tool belt. Because legitimately, the more tools you add at your disposal, you can only grow. You can only fucking grow the more knowledge you actually gain from all this, right? And as even like, fucking Andy is saying too, right? Take the knowledge from people who are actually in those areas that you're trying to do it, right? But have done it successfully. Be like, okay, well, what are they doing, right? Post comments. If they don't respond to you, find people that might do so, right? And maybe they're not 100% as successful, but maybe they're just a little bit as successful as those other people. But so long as they're actually willing to share that knowledge with you, then that is all you're really going to need when it comes to trying to find that part of the research. Then once you get that part of it, then you're going to start going into another part of it, which is, okay, now you got that part of it. Now you got okay, what is the actual content? How do you refine it now? How do you actually get this to a point that's not only just palatable to be watched, but again, as I always make the comment too, make content that you yourself would want to watch. Again, if you don't go back and rewatch your own content, why the hell do you expect other people to watch your content? Really? Like, truly, honestly, why do you expect anyone to go back and watch your content if you don't want to watch it? For me, I stopped streaming and went all in. I took this as not only a challenge, but as a project for my brain. For context, my YouTube channel is over 10 years old, and it was dead. I hadn't uploaded in more than 5 years, so anyone can do it if I revive this corpse of a channel. And since I did, I've gained subs also. Chat. Come on, guys. The dude has given nothing but fucking absolute concrete fucking data here. Okay? If you, like 100%, if you don't think you can do it, that right there should give you all motivation. That should inspire every one of you right now. Any person that watches this later on, whether it be on Rumble and YouTube later, or even in this moment right now that's in this channel lurking, vibing, hanging out with all of us, that should light a fire under everyone's ass right now and be like, fuck, man. If he can do it, I can do it. Damn fucking right. There's nothing holding you back except yourself. Okay? 90% of any problem that we all face as being the main thing that's holding us back is ourselves. Okay? I am my number one enemy. Always. Okay? I am always either overcritical about something I'm doing, or I'm the first person to knock my dick in the dirt and be like, oh man, you ain't gonna fucking succeed. You suck, bitch. Because that's how I am. Because literally, that's just what I do. But if I stop doing that to myself and I actually start believing in myself, and I start doing the whole thing like, no, you know what, Debbie, you're actually gonna fucking make that shit. You know why? Because you're gonna fucking carve out that niche and you're gonna fucking do it. Just like I tell everybody else. How many times have I had friends who went to a new platform and it was like, oh, I don't want to fucking go over there because they don't have this content really blowing up over there. Oh, fucking well, you make it blow up. You fucking bring the people over. You start showing them over there, and you start making it and be like, holy shit, yo, man, look at this guy over here. Yo, man, look at this guy playing fucking like Super Mario Maker over here. Yo, that's fucking rad as fuck. Dude, that dude's badass. That is what your job is to do. Okay, that's not on anybody else's job. That's your job. Okay, that's the whole part of standing out in a sea of crowd of everybody that all looks the same. Okay, because at the end of the day, you start scrolling through thumbnails, we all start fucking blurring into fucking lines. Okay, there's literally to a point where you're just like, dude, I think I just saw the same face over 1 million times. That's what happens to people. You gotta be the one person that when people are scrolling, go, whoa, what the fuck? What's this? That's what you gotta do. Because once you do that right there, boom, you already got that right there. You already got that hook. Okay? Now you gotta hook, actually retain them. Because once they got hooked in, they pop into that channel. If they just go in, you're just in there just. Nobody wants to watch that. It's boring. Okay? It's fucking boring. Right? My viral clips have always been 2 minutes or under. Once you build a base, you can hit them with longer stuff because they're already hooked. 100%, yeah, exactly, right there, too. That's another good thing. When you're doing with short content, you can do that. Work with doing a lot of shorter videos, stuff like that. And again, they don't have to be some super huge, like, viral thing. You just gotta make it viral by making people go, holy shit, this is super fun. Guys, come check out this video. That's how you do it. Just make people laugh. Really funny, man. And I guarantee you, there are so many moments in most people's lives that you could have clipped in that moment that boom, that could have been your fucking $20 billion moment right there. Right fucking there. Okay? Every person has a chance and a propensity for success. But it's a matter of whether or not are you going to hold yourself back or are you going to fucking let yourself shine? Are you going to be the one who literally says, fuck everything else, fuck everybody else's bullshit, I'm not going to listen to the fucking naysayers, I'm going to fucking go do it because I can fucking do it. Again, as Oscar Wilde once said, the best thing you can do is be yourself because everybody else is already taken. It is a simple fucking phrase, but it is fully true. And that is a great Oscar Wilde quote. Again, yeah, right there too. By the way, that's a great quote as well from Andy. People value their time, so they don't watch longer videos of a smaller creator if they don't already know the channel is something they like. Attention span is at its shortest in history. This is true. And again, I mean, this is the point where, again, if you really want to, play into the shorter form content. Again, I point out too, like, the only reason why I think some of the longer form content that I've had that has actually made it a lot more, like, longer, rephrase that, retain people longer on my videos for even being a smaller content creator has been my MacBook videos, of all things, right? Because at the end of the day, when I'm doing my MacBook videos, one, I'm also doing a hell of a lot of fucking B-roll, which is something I think a lot of people don't do as much anymore, which, why the fuck not? Okay, so many of you have a 4K fucking camera in your fucking pocket. Stop being a dumb little bitch and fucking take this thing out and go fucking shoot some fucking amazing quality videos. You have nothing but excuses, okay? Because legitimately, okay, I do that with the MacBook videos, and I have on any of those MacBook videos, which most of them tend to be anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes, long. Most of the retention time, especially on the 10-minute videos, is 5 minutes. If you're watching 50% of my video at least, that's still way better than my used to be 1 minute long retention or 5 second long retention. And on top of that, that's on a longer form video, which means ads can be served on that easier and better. So at the end of the day, YouTube will actually like that a lot too as well. That's another thing too, and the only reason why, again, with short term, if you actually look at the requirements for why is it so massive for viewer requirement on shorter form content when it comes to the YouTube Shorts, it's because of the fact that they can't serve the ads like that. So you got to hit a higher ratio of viewers than you are going to be doing on a longer form content. My other tip is if people stream, they should be doing things on stream that they can clip and immediately put it on a shorts version, so it's easier for people, so they will come and watch the long stream because they see the clips. This is how streamers grow, through clips, not streams. No, 100%. 100%, yes. No, and I agree with that. I agree with that too. They should feel like the condensed version of the longer form content, and I think that's a big thing too, right? Like, if you can make somebody go, wow, that shit was amazing, that was great, I want more, then they'll go to the longer content, and that's what I mean too, right? And again, I'm not telling people to not make the shorter content. Again, it's the whole point of make both. You got to make the regular upload videos, but also make some shorts, highlight those, again, do shorts that are highlights of those actual upload videos. They, again, like you just said too, make it so it's like, oh man, this was such a good condensed of this video and stuff like that. But I really want to go back and see more of this, or I really want to see what led up to this part, or what was in between, all this other stuff like that. There's a lot of these good shorts that you see too. There's so many which that were in between. You're like, damn, actually, I know there was still more in this video that I want to go back and see. Like, the Sunday Cool guys, I absolutely love their videos, man. They do a great job of doing exactly that too. So, right back, chat. Have a customer come in. How's it going? Alright, guys, back real quick. Had a customer just pop in. Welcome in there, Stream Hub. Welcome in. Yeah, I can't stress how shorts are what's in right now, and it's been that way why Vine grew and TikTok became a behemoth. 100%. Oh, yeah, man, 100%. Any reluctancy to short form content from creators trying to grow to me seems only detrimental. No, yeah, and honestly, I think one of the biggest things I think that is also detrimental to people as well is just 100%, like you said just a moment ago too, is just doing streams, right? You know, too many people I see just go live on YouTube or fuck yeah, even just YouTube sometimes, but like, you know, Twitch or fucking, you know, Kick or wherever, and they're just expecting to fucking grow. Or they do this, they multi-stream, right? They multi-stream and they think that's also making a ton of content everywhere. No, motherfuckers, you need to refine it. You need to fucking make actual other fucking content and put it on those sites, right? If you are fucking gonna multi-stream, then you sure as well fucking damn well better be fucking making regular content right now, right? Like, yes, again, I know some people are gonna argue like, but dude, Debbie, it's been a little bit since you've made a fucking video. Yes, you're right, it has been a little bit, but I normally do make videos on my YouTube channel and my Rumble channel that are different than the gaming content or the drama stuff like that that I might be covering on my stream. Because again, that's the whole point. Like, the biggest thing that you can do to hold yourself back is just expecting that if you just go live, that people are going to come, right? That's the biggest fallacy. That is the biggest fallacy of all, right? A lot of times, people are not just going to come in just because you went live. How many other fucking streamers are live right now versus me, you, and everybody else, right? If people don't watch Twitch and you don't have clips, how all the people who don't watch Twitch know you exist? Dude, 100%. And like, legitimately, one of the biggest things too is like, so like, I've been a little bit guilty of this myself, and I need to go back and do this with some of my VODs, because I've had moments where I've yelled out to clip, you know, like somebody clipped that part of the video, somebody clipped that, somebody clipped this. And, you know, again, it's like that thing that's, again, you know, I'm not really relying on my viewership to do that solely for me. But it's like, once they don't do it in that moment, then I have to try to hurry up and then go back to all those videos, try to remember what was that good moment, and then clip it. You know, or go and wait until I find that moment where I heard myself say clip it, and then go, all right, boom, now I gotta clip that spot, and try to guess how good of it, and then try to recreate that hype around it. You know what I mean? It's like, the biggest reason why I think the best reasons for mods in those moments, or having certain AI tools that can actually utilize the clip feature when you say that the words clip it, is that can actually make or break, as you know, Andy's saying, your streams. Again, if they don't have clips to go back to go see or anything else, how the hell are they supposed to fucking look you up? And the biggest way to get loyal viewers are people who don't normally watch streams, but basically they saw a clip of you on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Now they want to watch a stream of yours, and popping someone's cherry to watching streams regularly creates a bond. That is true. That's 100% true. You know, because it's you know, a very weird parasocial type thing, but it does have validity to that. 100%. Like 100%. Oh, that felt good. That was lovely. Smacked my fucking hand on the chair and hit the vein on the top of my hand. Fucking damn it, that hurt. Woohoo! Ah, yeah. Oh, dude, it's a perfect line across my hand, too. A perfect fucking line. Yeah, pinched it just right. That it's like, give me that weird, like, numb feeling. My fucking pinky. I don't like that. Fucking damn it, I hate that. But yeah, and again, so like, also, okay, here's something too I would also say that you can do for finding creativity, finding yourself for videos and making content, right? I would argue that so many times that a person is about to blow it, blow it big on their content because they're about to burn themselves out from just pushing and pushing and pushing because they think that they just refined this, they just did whatever the case is, right? But they just need to actually really fucking take a break. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, chat, sometimes that fucking like 2-3 day, maybe even a week break could save you and your fucking content and your fucking career. Because there are so many times somebody has definitely been in that moment where they posted something that they really fucking regretted that they did, and then they go, fuck, now it's too late, right? Even if you delete it, it's too late. Somebody's downloaded it, somebody's already clipped it, and somebody's already spreaded it like fucking wildfire, and now you're like, fuck. If only I would have just taken a moment and not do that. It happens. Take a break, okay? One of the biggest things that I have been trying to do during this whole break thing that I've been doing for like, my, because of my whole breakup, is I was using, like I said, psychedelics. Now, the psychedelics I've been using are a legal psychedelic that anybody can use as long as you're 21 and older. It is called XUM. It just kind of stands for the name of shroom, right? And these are designed to be stronger than psilocybin. They are a compound called, I think it is metocin or medocin. I don't know how you would actually say it because they don't break down the name for it, just the actual compound itself. The actual molecule, makeup of it, not the actual, this is how you sound it out type thing. But it's a non-banned, non-scheduled type of, actual compound that is legal anywhere you go. You can order it anywhere you live, and you can actually use this substance. And I would urge people to be very careful with it because it is strong. It is very strong. But it helped me, get over a lot of shit and kind of also help get myself into a point where, again, I feel like I'm able to start working towards, making a schedule, following through with the schedule, making content that I myself would want to watch too, okay? Another big thing, and this is, I think, primarily the biggest thing right here, okay, is that not only do those help me feel that, but it's also just helped me put things into perspective that I needed help with because my brain just wouldn't let me, come to terms with certain things, right? It was too hell-bent on making me fucking focus and hyper-focus on shit I have no ability to change, control, or do anything about. So this gave me the ability to be like, let go, step back, take a breather, and now try to go back at this from a different point of view, from a different angle, and all of that. Because legitimately, the one problem that I know that we all do is that we will consistently, constantly do something over and over and over and over and over again, expecting a fucking different result every goddamn time. And why is that stupid? Because that is the definition of insanity, my friends. And that is, sadly enough, what myself and a lot of others have been doing for quite some time. And I really, really, really need to be able to change that core basic, principle that I have been having an issue with. So once I get that taken care of, then I will be feeling a lot fucking better at that point. So, people say, don't hate the player, hate the game, but when it comes to conquering YouTube, you need to learn the game because you are the player. Yeah, I do, 100%. That's literally like what I was saying earlier when I was making that comment about, when people say that too. It's like, and that's what I'm saying too. It's like when I was saying it earlier, it's like, don't hate the player, hate the game, but instead fucking just game the system. It's like, that's all you gotta do. Learn the system, game the system. Right? It's just like, it's like how I've been talking about with politics, right? People want to bitch about politics. Okay, you really want to change politics? Then get the fucking politics. Because you bitching outside of it isn't going to change anything. You want to fucking play the game? You want to fucking fix the system or change the system? You got to go play the system. Simple as that. The bar is high also for people with attention span. So much good content to watch out there. We must compete. Hey, dude, that's exactly what I've been arguing about too. Right? You got millions and millions of other people out there making content, but you also have millions and millions of other things to watch, whether it just be movies, anime, fucking indie films, listen to audiobooks, just going outside, touching grass, all this shit. There's tons of shit. Just playing video games, right? Reading a book even, right? There's so many other things that are vying for people's attention, like you just said, that 100%, you got to compete, and you got to do it well, right? That, again, it's like you You are the product, and you have got to sell yourself with 100% efficiency and the fucking confidence of legitimately, literally the best car salesman in the fucking world. Because literally, that is what you are doing. You're the product. You get 15 seconds every time somebody clicks your stream to hook them in, keep them in, and make them into a fucking follower, subscriber, and somebody who will eventually, actually, potentially buy your merch. That is what eventually you are trying to build with these people. Okay? And that is just how it goes. Hands down across the board on any platform. Okay? But again, if you are going to go live on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Rumble, anywhere you want to go live at, then you sure as fuck better be posting on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And I don't just mean shorts, I mean also long form content, especially on places like Rumble and YouTube. Still put long form content out there. Still make shorts out there. You should never just stop at going live. If that's all you do for content, you're not a content creator. You're just a streamer. That's fine. And you can be just a streamer. But please do not call yourself a content creator. And please, too, do not sit there and bitch then that you're not growing. Because that's on you, no one else. Because at the end of the day, if all you do is go click, go live, hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Hope you come and, drop me tons of subs. Guess what? There are tons and tons and tons of other content creators that are doing way fucking better job than any of us are doing right now, even. And they will be eventually found, and people will go to their channel, and they will get that money instead. That's just the nature of the game. So if you want that, if you want to be able to do that, which again, I always urge people, again, this is why I love Rumble, right? Because I get ad campaigns. So if we build enough people over here on Rumble, right, viewership-wise, averaging every night, right? I could say if we had a couple thousand people in here right now, and I did an ad campaign, there's a very good chance that I could earn anywhere between a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 from reading an ad. All right, not one that you have to skip or whatever the case is. My dumbass reads an ad off, and then once it's all done and said, the fucking advertisement company pays me money. You don't have to do a fucking single cent. You don't even have to buy anything. That's the beauty of a Rumble ad read. I just have to read an ad. You just have to listen to it. And once it's all done and over, guess what? This guy gets paid and you didn't have to spend a single fucking cent. That, to me, is how it should be done. People who refuse to learn the system and continue to do what they do and get no results and say, I'm not adjusting to the YouTube algorithm system, I'm going to do it how I want, which usually means no research, no innovation. They just post with minimum effort and thought put into it, are the same ones that when they're alone in the room or it's sad nobody that sees their content. Yeah, 100%, brother. Be right back, chat. And the other sad part about that too is those are the same people that legitimately, I do think that they could probably make some really amazing content. I really do believe it. I believe that they really could. But I truly believe that the biggest thing that holds them back isn't just even in themselves, is that, I mean, it is themselves, truly, yes, still, but it's a specific thing though about themselves. And it's that they are afraid at what would happen if they succeeded. Because it's so easy to know what's going to happen when you fail and to be like, well, see, I told you so, but it's not easy to then do, to win. Be right back. tamper thing. It needs new batteries. Is what it is. That stupid thing. Ugh. So I just had a customer came back in, which thankfully he did. You know, came back and grabbed a pine pod, which was cool of him. Appreciate him for doing that. So, but yeah, honestly, it's really sad too, because again, like, you know, I think that a lot of those people could make good content. I think they could actually really do and shine well, but I think it's just that fear of succeeding, because they don't know what would happen if they do succeed. You know, what do they turn into? You know, because I mean, yeah, I think some people could actually be afraid of the success that they might get. You know what I mean? Like, what happens if, like, you truly make it big and you actually make a career out of this, right? And you're making, you know, not even millions of dollars, but just thousands of dollars a month, because that's right there enough for most people to pay their rent, pay electricity, internet, groceries, you know, keep their kids in school, keep kids, you know, fed, you know, clothes on their back, things like that. Like, you can live. You can totally live with that. And I think there's some people that are just like, yeah, but what do I do though? It's like, you just keep doing that. You keep building on that, you know? Yes, there's going to be moments where you might have some slow moments, maybe a little bit slower, or like a little bit deader days than maybe some others. But primarily, like, you know, like with how you've been saying too, right? How, like, making the content is what, like, makes you excited and stuff like that. Like, even though, like, I've been going through this whole depression thing and all that other shit like that, the one thing that has actually, like, kind of kept me going is that idea of, dude, when I get out of all this shit, I'm going to be making so much content. I'm going to have so much fun making that content. And on top of that, I think people are going to enjoy the content that I make, because they're going to see and feel those vibes through the content. I don't think Dudu is going to get 7 Days to Die. He's been aiming for Black Ops 7 Volt Edition a lot from replies to Activision on Twitter. Well, we'll see here, because like I said, I don't take anything that he says for face value until he proves me wrong. That's what I mean. The motherfucker's got to actually prove me wrong by actually committing to it, buying fucking 7 Days to Die, and we'll see what happens. If he doesn't, oh well. Simple as that. Oh well. I'm not going to fucking waste my breath on it, dude. I'm tired of fucking asking him to get a game to play with the homies so we can make content like that together. But if he don't want to do it, that's on him. Fucking. He don't like the response? Oh well. Simple as that. We have tried fucking months of trying to fucking plead with this dude to just listen to us. I'm done, dude. Yeah, I see content in everything, content in everything in everyday life will spark sometime in my brain and immediately note in my phone. Dude, good job. Yeah, right there. Note in the phone notes. I have so many ideas I would have forgot if I didn't note them down, and could constantly having the love it and create it in my brain throughout the day. Yeah, dude, 100%. If people don't want that love for the game, it's going to make it way harder and near impossible. Dude, exactly, dude. 100%. 100%. I appreciate you, Fox. I appreciate you, dog. And honestly, like, again, I'm happy with how things are kind of rolling here. I think, you know, legit, like I said, it's going to be a very tight next couple months, just because, you know, with having to take care of rent and a bunch of other things, though. But once I get everything rolled out, we get everything caught up, you know, and finally, like, we get the debt taken care of, you know, which that'll hopefully happen here pretty soon. We get debt taken care of, and then we start rolling out all this other content and stuff like that, guys. It is going to be a night and day difference, one, on my channel. Two, I think overall we're going to see a night and day difference, and also the community itself too. But, and you know, and honestly too, like I do want, I want to pin this message here, because I do want that to be clear to people. Like, look, man, like, I think I'm definitely not the only person to say this in the last couple of weeks, but I think I've been one of the biggest, you know, proponents of saying this definitely a lot lately. But it's like, if your heart is not in this, you are going to be crushed like that, because there is so many other people that are vying for that spot. Like I said, that if you do not jump on those moments, if you do not make good content, if you do not try to refine it and make yourself stand out, you are going to get blown by so quickly. Yeah, you have to try to make quality that would be good for 2 million views when you're only getting tens and hundreds of views and 3 or so many different creative routes. And niches that people could do, and also ones that haven't been ever done. That's where people really stand out. 100%, dude, definitely. Months of no views can amount to millions of views with consistency and smarts. Dude, yeah. I mean, okay, you know, as much as maybe some people might not like Harris Heller, one of the things that if you ever wonder why, like, he used his old channel and just never deleted all the old videos, it was kind of a reminder to himself of where he came from and to where he got to, right? And if you look at it too, he gave himself 3 months. 3 months, chat. You know why? Because the 3 months he had to make sure that he could try to make that work. So what that meant was that he had to try and actually make not only the YouTube channel successful, but the Twitch channel successful. So it had to be able to pull in from the YouTube side enough people to go over to the Twitch side to want to go watch those, you know, game side streams and hang out and so to ask questions about, you know, fine tuning their streams and all this other stuff like that. That he would then build all that shit, right? This isn't the days of Ninja and Tim the Tatman where we can sit and play and just grow instantly. That doesn't happen these days. You got to stand out because there's so many other people that want what you're going for that if you don't try to find a way to make yourself really, really shine, no one's going to ever fucking notice you. They're just not. And that's not on anybody else's fault but your own. And you can't get mad at anybody. You can't get upset about it. That's just the nature of it. It's the nature of the beast. You know? You know, think about the fact that, especially like over on Kick right now, you have Mr. Beast. Okay? So you have literally someone who's bringing, yes, you know, tons and tons of people over to the platform, sure. But they're only going to be coming to watch him if you don't stand out and go, holy shit, wait a minute, I want to go watch Andy right after watching Mr. Beast. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what's going to happen, chat. Oh. Granted, I will say, I think, you know, the homies are doing an enough job. Stand out. And, you know, and again, too, like, I would also argue, too, that sometimes getting no views doesn't mean that you made a bad video or that you did something wrong in a video. It may have just been you didn't tag it right. You didn't promote it right, okay? One of the biggest things that I would argue that does help, pay for your X Premium. Okay, hear me out. Pay for X Premium. Every once in a while, if you really, 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 really think that you got something that just isn't being noticed just yet, go to Instagram or Facebook and pay for a boosted post. I'm not joking. Pay for a boosted post. This isn't a bad thing, but it will help get it out there more and finally trick the algorithm a little bit to be like, oh, wait, hey, give this a little bit of attention. We've got this many clicks, it got this many likes, it got this many comments. Put it in there. I have seen that work for people, okay? I literally have had friends who had videos that they legitimately put fucking so much time and effort into. Not a single view. Not a single view. Weeks, sometimes even a month. They go post on Facebook. Just a clip of it. They pay maybe $50. Have it promoted for 1 month. Just a little short here and there, okay? Legitimately, that video all of a sudden goes from 0 views to 300,000 views on YouTube, okay? Next thing I know, on fucking his next short that he ends up making, he hit 600K. And he does that now consistently with every short that he's making. Here's an example from Andy. I'll give you an example. I posted a video and it only had a couple of views in a day. But 4 weeks later, hit 1 million views. YouTube has a lack of a better time, or YouTube was, for a lack of a better time, forced to push the video because enough people watched the entire video, not once, but more than once. Then it spread to YouTube like fire. It beat the system, which normally would have been spread immediately, but it didn't because the channel is barely being revived. That's fair, too. That's totally fair. And now that the channel is even more revived, obviously your videos are probably, you know, catching like wildfire even faster now, too. You know, and I can definitely, you know, see that happening, too. You know, especially with how much more you've been putting into it since you've gotten back into it. You know, and again, you know, what you said, too, about how the channel was dead and how much you put into it to resuscitate it, again, it shows that you don't like, because I see so many people too do that too, right? I have a channel that's about 10 years old. I think it's roughly around there, you know, and it's like legitimately there was a process thought in my mind, oh man, I should just, you know, delete the channel, make a new one, and start all over again. Why? Why do I need to do that? You know what I mean? So after that, my shorts have easily over 2K views each now, and my recent video has over 200 likes. Yeah, see? Like that right there, that's good consistency still, too. You know, I know there's gonna be people, yo, 2K, motherfucker, what's your shorts at, right? You know what I mean? So, YouTube is finding your audience. So yeah, I do exactly, 100%. You know, and it's that consistency too with the audience too, the retention, like you said, that's making it even better too, because that means that's 2,000 views you know you're guaranteed on those shorts, and that means that if you can guarantee those 2,000 views, now you can guarantee yourself possibly even more each time you just increase it or change or refine it a little bit more and refine it a little bit more and refine it a little bit more, and it's going to keep growing. You know, until you're averaging at least 10K views every video. You know what I mean? I can totally see that, and that'll probably happen within like anywhere between, I'd say, 3 to 6 months. You'll be averaging 10K views on your shorts within like no time, dude. Dude, 100%. Like I said, like, you know, and like literally you saying that right there literally makes me think that, like I said, 3 to 6 months you'll be hitting 10K views. Like, hands down, because of all that, like, you will definitely be getting 10K views easily with that type of momentum and that type of growth right there, fam. Again, chat, this is what I'm saying, guys. You know, especially over on Rumble, I know that the chat's not being shown on the stream today and whatnot, so it might be hard for some of you guys, especially on Rumble or YouTube and stuff like that, to see what's going on Kick and stuff like that. But I do promise you guys what's going on over here with our boy Andy over here on Kick. You know, I should say over here on Kick, but what he's expressing over here on Kick, I will get a way of putting that all into either the Discord or whatever the case is, so that you guys can see everything, because legitimately, this is 100% what I've been talking about for 5 years, okay? He has done exactly what I've been saying for 5 years, and legitimately has shined to fucking have millions of views. Yo, what's it going on, Legend? How's it going, fam? Good to have you in here. Good to have you in here. We're just vibing, doing this from the shop stream. I was kind of gaming and hanging out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just, oh, well, come on. I can't save right here. All right, hold on. Let me get into the car then and do a little bit of this here. On TikTok, I get more viral posts on average. I hit over 50K views more often on TikTok for some reason, but it's not all the posts, that just the ones that pop. Well, yeah, and I think, okay, so I think the reason probably why for you on TikTok is because of the actual algorithm being a little bit more favorited for that style of content, whereas, you know, YouTube, while it does have its, obviously it's shorts, form of content, it's kind of just like being on TikTok with the scrolling and feature and stuff. I think that one of the problems I've had with YouTube Shorts is that a lot of times it doesn't recycle or refresh or reload enough like new fucking content that I'll like go through a list of shorts, and then all of a sudden I'll find the fucking one that I started with, all of a sudden start playing again, and it won't go like, the same exact order, but all of a sudden it'll go in a weird enough order that my brain will be tricked to think that it's not the same, and all of a sudden it'll see something that it does remember, and it goes, wait a minute, hold on. So I've had that happen more often on YouTube than I do on TikTok. On TikTok, it does just flow really well. So I think that might be why, though, too. The sort of debate between COD and Battlefield. There's many ways that farm subjects are into. Oh, dude, 100%. 100%. And that's what I mean too, Andy, too. Like, when I hear people, like, complain about, like, oh, man, like, I can't do this or I can't do that. There's no way. Like, look, okay, here's a good example, right? Cyberpunk, one, niche content, doesn't have a massive group of people that are constantly watching the content all the time. However, though, one of the video contents I do get a lot of video watches, one of the things I put on my shop all the time, which is just a fucking 7-hour-long video of a person walking around fucking Night City, and they just uploaded that to fucking YouTube. And this video, this video has 141,000 views, and it's been from 2 years ago, and it's just a 7 hours and 37 long minute video of just Cyberpunk 2077 ambiance walk around Night City ray tracing. That's it. That's all that's on there. Okay? And then legitimately, right, I had that play for, 10 hours a day. I literally let this loop all the time. Fucking customers love it. They absolutely love seeing all this shit, right? So then, obviously, if I was to do something like this, I know I could make some fucking, views off that. But then again, it's like, what I would do is I would probably do like the driving one because they just added the cinematic camera and all that shit like that. But like, literally, I could still find ways to make content from Cyberpunk, even though there's like Sam Bram, who's like literally like the godfather of Cyberpunk videos. Like, as much as I have knowledge of Cyberpunk, that man has got knowledge of Cyberpunk because he's got me beat. Now, the only person I think that I can arguably take over and completely destroy their YouTube channel in a day, Blooms. I'm sorry, Blooms. I'm sorry, dog. You think you are the fucking South Park aficionado? The sommelier of South Park, my friend? The South Park is my Bible, okay? Sir, I think I would have you beat any day of the week, Blooms, and I would gladly challenge that man to a South Park off, where we have to, like, pretty much have, like, a fucking, like a Jeopardy version of guessing those South Park shit, trivia and whatnot. Because I guarantee your ass, my ass has the encyclopedia of useless knowledge when it comes to South Park. So, like, that shit is on lock and key in my fucking brain, dog. I'm just saying. Just saying. I guarantee you, I could beat Blooms. Like, every time I see some of his videos, I'm finishing his sentences before he's done it. And I'm like, I already know where this video is going. He's gonna say this, he's gonna say that, Motherfucker, I already know this game, alright? South Park is my shit. Same with Rick and Morty, alright? I'd easily crush anybody on that shit. Alright, I'm getting too cocky now. Alright, I'm sorry. But I'm being honest, though. I do feel very confident in my South Park knowledge, especially my South Park knowledge, above all. That's also really true as well, 80, about that when it comes to TikTok. Also, another thing which really I find with TikTok too is that the ability to, what do they call that, where you can like splice one person's video with another person's video, and then you can just keep that going and just make like a huge collage of like a bunch of other videos too. No, yeah, you're all good, brother. You're all good. Actually, it's funny that your phone's about to die because I am actually about here to wrap this up here, honestly, because I am going to get ready to start heading home here soon because it is about 6:32 my time. So the sister and I are going to be walking home tonight because my little sis be over here hanging out with her big brother today. She's been an awesome hangout here. We've had a good time chilling and vibing here today and stuff like that, too, so I'm gonna do a South Park video tonight. We can see if Debbie's approved. Oh shit! Okay. All right. We'll see. I will definitely. We'll see how it goes because I love that shit. I love what's his face who does the content where he does like the South Park videos and tries not to laugh and has to try to do it to like Cartman to being Cartman, and it's just that shit's so hard. Cartman is so fucking good, man. Cartman is gold, dude. Same with fucking Randy, dude. Randy is like literally Randy's my spirit animal. Okay. Just hands down. What's the matter there, Fox? What's the issues, dog? What you having issues on? Come on. Oh, is that what I saw in the Discord thing? So I saw Jayco. I see the message. We'll get into that at some other point. Chat. So, But I will see you guys. Maybe tonight. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to get the stream going again tonight, guys. We'll see what happens. So much love. I appreciate everybody for stopping through here, guys. You guys are always so fucking amazing, so awesome. I appreciate the fucking chat tonight. As always, you guys make the conversation so fucking much fun to have. I truly appreciate everybody who stopped through here on Kick, Rumble, YouTube. You guys are fucking legends, and I will see you all tomorrow or later on tonight if this stream abides.